Carney's latest move backfires, fails to win over Conservatives with sudden shift in message. Prime Minister Mark Carney, once heralded as a technocratic savior for the Liberal Party, is now facing mounting criticism over his recent policy shifts, which many argue mirror Conservative Leader Pierre Poilievre's platform. This perceived alignment has sparked intense debate about Carney's leadership direction and its implications for Canada's political landscape. The stakes are high, and Carney's strategy is being closely scrutinized by both supporters and detractors, raising questions about the future of the Liberal Party itself. Carney's recent announcements, including a proposed middle-income tax cut and the elimination of the consumer carbon tax, have drawn comparisons to Conservative policies. Critics suggest that these moves represent a significant departure from traditional Liberal values, potentially alienating the party's base. The proposed tax cut, which is expected to save two-income households up to $800 annually, aims to address pressing affordability concerns. However, it has been met with skepticism regarding its long-term economic impact. Many analysts question whether this short-term relief will actually resolve deeper structural issues facing the economy, such as rising living costs and stagnant wages. This shift in policy raises critical questions about Carney's commitment to the Liberal Party's foundational principles. Historically, the Liberals have championed progressive taxation and environmental initiatives, which now seem to be sidelined in favor of more populist measures. As Carney attempts to navigate these treacherous waters, the potential for backlash from loyal party members grows. Many within the party fear a fracturing base, with some viewing Carney's decisions as a betrayal of the core values that have defined the Liberals for decades. While Carney's economic acumen is well regarded, his approach to fiscal policy has come under significant fire. The decision to forego a full annual budget in favor of a fall economic update has raised critical questions about the government's transparency and planning. Critics argue that a comprehensive budget is essential for outlining a clear economic vision and priorities. Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne has emphasized immediate priorities like implementing the tax cut, yet some analysts view the delay as a lack of a cohesive economic strategy. This absence of a detailed budget raises serious concerns about Carney's long-term vision for the economy, leaving many Canadians feeling uncertain about the government's plans. Public trust in government is fragile, and without a clear roadmap, many Canadians may feel uneasy about how the government plans to tackle pressing issues like inflation, unemployment, and public debt. The perception of ambiguity could further erode public confidence in the government's ability to manage the economy effectively. Carney's reliance on short-term fixes may be seen as an inadequate response to systemic challenges, and this could play into the hands of the opposition parties, further complicating his position and undermining his authority. Carney's cabinet appointments have sparked significant debate, particularly regarding the retention of key figures from the Trudeau era. While some view this as a necessary continuity to ensure stability, others criticize it for not reflecting the promised fresh start. The appointment of Dominic LeBlanc as minister responsible for Canada-US trade and intergovernmental affairs is seen as a strategic move to navigate complex trade relationships. However, the overall cabinet composition has been met with skepticism, as critics argue that by keeping established figures, Carney risks being perceived as lacking the boldness needed to instigate real change and innovation within the party. This criticism stems from a desire among many party members for new voices and ideas, particularly after the challenges faced during the Trudeau administration. By maintaining established figures, Carney may be seen as avoiding the difficult but necessary task of rejuvenating the party's image. This continuity could alienate younger voters and progressives who are eager for innovation and reform. The tension between maintaining experience and introducing fresh perspectives is a delicate balancing act that Carney must navigate carefully to avoid alienating key demographics within the party. Pierre Poilievre has capitalized on Carney's policy shifts, accusing him of lacking originality and merely adopting conservative ideas. This criticism resonates with many who feel that the Liberal Party is straying too far from its core values. Poilievre's platform emphasizes building 2.3 million new homes over 5 years, which aims to address the ongoing housing crisis, a central issue that continues to shape public discourse. His focus on housing affordability contrasts sharply with Carney's approach, which may further galvanize Conservative support and solidify Poilievre's position among voters who prioritize practical solutions over ideological fidelity. The stark differences between the two leaders highlight the ideological divide in Canadian politics. While Carney's policies attempt to straddle the line between liberal and conservative ideals, Poilievre's clear messaging on housing and economic growth appeals to voters who prioritize practicality over ideology. This dynamic may shape public sentiment moving forward, with many Canadians looking for a leader who can provide tangible solutions to pressing problems. As Carney navigates these challenges, the risk of being outflanked by the opposition grows, potentially undermining his credibility and authority. As public opinion polls indicate mixed feelings about Carney's leadership, the potential for voter disillusionment looms large. Many Canadians are wary of perceived flip-flopping on key issues, especially regarding taxes and environmental policies. This discontent could lead to a decline in support among those who feel that their values are not being represented. Carney's challenge is to re-engage with these disenchanted voters, demonstrating that he can lead with conviction while thoughtfully addressing their concerns. The media's role in shaping public perception cannot be overlooked. Coverage of Carney's policy shifts has often been critical, framing them as desperate attempts to win over Conservatives rather than genuine initiatives aimed at improving the economy. This narrative risks further entrenching divisions within the Liberal Party and diminishing Carney's credibility as a leader. Political commentators have suggested that Carney's moves are indicative of a broader trend in politics where leaders feel pressured to align with popular sentiments rather than lead with conviction and integrity. As Carney's leadership continues to be tested, his ability to navigate complex economic issues while maintaining party cohesion will remain crucial. The convergence of liberal and conservative policies may appeal to centrist voters, but risks blurring party distinctions. Ultimately, Carney's success will depend on his capacity to articulate a clear, distinct vision for Canada's future that resonates across the political spectrum. Balancing innovation with tradition and crafting a coherent message that addresses the pressing concerns of Canadians will be paramount. If Carney can successfully navigate these challenges, he may yet find a way to unify his party and present a compelling alternative to the Conservative platform moving forward. However, failure to do so could result in a fractured party and a potential loss of support among voters who are increasingly demanding authenticity and clear leadership in a time of uncertainty. The road ahead is fraught with challenges, and Carney must tread carefully to secure both his position and the future of the Liberal Party.